Oh, whoa, nice night to be the Crusader tonight. How's it going, guys? In today's video, I'm going to title this thing, Credit Scores Are Not for Sale. Stay tuned. And we're back. Okay, so I can't help but see, as time has gone on for the past year, and people have asked me questions about CPNs, about credit. I mean, it's crazy. I've seen a lot of stuff. By the way, was it FICO 10? It still hasn't shown its face, its scary face. I mean, it's January now. Wasn't it supposed to come out in December? I guess, the jury's still out on that. So I guess we'll have to just, wait and see. But what I want to go over is to let everybody know out there that credit scores are not for sale. You cannot buy a credit score. I know a lot of these companies out there, these credit repair companies, they'll say, oh, I can remove this, I can add that, I can do this and that. Yes, they can. They definitely can. You can have negative items removed. You can have inquiries removed. You can have good things put on, like authorized user trade lines or even primary trade lines in some cases. But the thing that everybody needs to know before they get into this is that a credit score is not for sale. If you go to a trade line company and ask them to put a trade line on and it hits your report, that's it. There is no, oh, okay, well, the score wasn't good enough. I wanted a 760 and it gave me a 720, or there's none of that. It doesn't matter. I mean, these are hacks. These are loopholes. Yes, they work, but you can't expect for this stuff. They're not miracles. And what people need to realize is what you're paying for when you go to get the service. You're paying for them to perform the service. That's it. You're not paying for them to get your score to a certain point. Like, okay, like if they remove the item and your score doesn't go up enough, like it doesn't work like that. They remove the item, it's over, that's it. That you pay for that one service. You pay for the item to be removed. You do not pay for the credit score. So before you get into this, I think that people need to realize if they're going to be spending, a substantial amount of money, they need to have realistic expectations of what can happen. All I'm going to say is if you go to try to get credit card services or credit repair services, or if you go to try to add authorized user trade lines, you need to know that is the only thing that you're going and they're going to do. I mean, yes, they could say, okay, well, we could do this and that. It could probably get you to this score, or it could boost your score. Your score would go up. Your score would be better. But I don't know any establishment that goes and says, yes, we'll get your score to 780 guaranteed. Nobody does that. That would be like a doctor saying, yes, yeah, you're going under surgery and we're removing this thing, and there's no chance you're gonna die. No doctor says that. It's like, yeah, they go in and they remove whatever it is, but the patient can sometimes still die. I mean, the doctor did whatever he could to help the patient, but still, sometimes the outcome isn't desirable or what the patient wanted. That happens. And you really can't blame the credit repair agency or the trade line company. Now, if the trade line company, you pay them to add an authorized user and it doesn't post, then all right, you've got something to do because it did not hit their score. It didn't hit your score. So now you can say, hey, you can hold them to that. But you can't say, oh yeah, well, it hit the score, but my score didn't go up enough. You can't do that. It doesn't work like that. And if that's the case, then you're better off going and not doing any of this stuff and just try to fix your credit on your own. I mean, like I said before, credit scores are not for sale. You can't just go in and say, yeah, let me see, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll take a 780 right now. How much would that be? It doesn't work like that. I mean, it doesn't. And it mystifies me that I think some people get into this space or they're trying to fix their credit and they don't fully understand, I guess, what they're doing before they get in there. You know what it reminds me of? It's kind of like if you try to go buy like an AC unit from like a supply place, like an air conditioning unit, they won't sell that to just anyone. You have to have a contractor's license. Why do you think that is? Because you need special know-how of how to install that AC unit. You can't just go in and sell that to anybody, because people would be screwing things up left and right. That's why normally you have to have a contractor's license in order to buy an AC unit to then install. Do you understand? I mean, trade lines, I guess, is a similar thing. If you're trying to buy authorized use of trade lines, you need some knowledge of how they work. I mean, yes, the person who's selling them will, should help you in that capacity. But at the end of the day, the trade line that you pick and that you buy, once it's added on to the score, that's it. Deal's over. It does what it does, and that's it. And I would also like to let you guys know that just because a score is affected one way on one scoring model, that doesn't mean it's the same on all the other ones. There's so many different scoring models that different places use. Cars use different scoring models. Houses use different scoring models. Credit cards, different scoring models. I mean, it's like, and it all depends on the bank and what you're trying to buy and all that kind of stuff. So just because your score didn't maybe move necessarily the way you wanted it to on one scoring model, it could have on another, because they're all different factors. This stuff is constantly changing daily. I mean, something that worked yesterday may not work today. Just because your friend Ray, he was able to get his all taken care of, and then you go to try to do it and it doesn't work out. Well, the systems change. I mean, hell, I've even seen calling into the bank. You call in, you do the exact same thing. You get a different representative, and it's like, they don't know what you're talking about. Like Citibank. I told you guys, as far as adding the authorized user on a Citibank card, in order for you to get it to post, you need to add the social security number by calling in. I told you guys that. Well, sometimes when you call in, they're like, yeah, great, okay, boom, done. Other times they're like, we don't know what you're talking about. So it's like, there's a little luck involved when it comes to this stuff. So, I mean, this is all stuff I just wanted to let you guys know, so you guys had real expectations if you're trying to pay to either get AUs for your CPN or your real credit, or you're trying to get credit repair services and you're trying to get things removed. There's a little luck involved with it too. So, I mean, just keep that in mind, all right? Just wanted to make this video to clear that up. So don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Crusader out.